Welcome back, and it is now time for the review from SummerSlam of this past Sunday. Now, before I get to that, I was looking this up, and I gotta read you guys this. This is from WWE.com, and they polled, what was your favorite match of SummerSlam? And believe it or not, the Matt Hardy versus Mark Henry match got more votes than MVP versus Jeff Hardy. For shame. But anyway, let's get to the results. First match was MVP against Jeff Hardy. I felt that was the right match to start the show with. I thought, they could have gone the easy route with the ECW title, because that's not really an important title in WWE. Make that the first match. But instead, I think they made the right decision by having MVP and Jeff Hardy going first. And it was what an opening match to me should be. An opening match that, doesn't take a lot out of the crowd. It doesn't make the crowd say, oh, the first match was the best match of the night, and then the rest of the show went downhill. But, it was a very interesting match. MVP got the win over Jeff Hardy. I honestly thought MVP was going to lose this match, but, looking at it, Jeff Hardy is an established star. He's already had main event opportunities this year, and MVP, he's on the cusp. He is right there. It's like he's about to go to that next level, and he needed that one match, and I think that one match against Jeff Hardy might have gotten him that. So the next match, the winner takes all match, tag team match, Santino and Beth Phoenix, now called Glamarella, which I love. I love that nickname. It's hilarious. Facing Kofi Kingston and Mickie James. I thought, as far as the matches went, this was the more entertaining of the matches that took place Sunday at SummerSlam, and I thought it was I'm not going to say it was the best match, but it was an entertaining match, to say the least. And Santino and Beth winning the titles obviously was the right call, and I was a little confused. I thought, Beth was going to take the Intercontinental title and Santino was going to take the women's title. I think a lot of the fans were confused about that as well, but don't get me wrong, Kofi Kingston was a good champion, but I think I want to see what Kofi Kingston can do as a challenger trying to get his belt back instead of being the champion. So that could be a very interesting scenario. Now, after that, Shawn Michaels comes out with his good-looking wife, I might add. And, because, they were, playing this whole thing up, is Shawn Michaels going to retire or not? And when I was watching it, I was hoping Shawn would say, well, I went to the doctor Friday, and the secretary told me to go visit him on Monday. He's not in the office. Sorry to waste $40. Watch Raw tomorrow night. I'll tell you if I retire or not. Woohoo! That would have been terrible. That really would have been terrible. But, no, this actually, he said he was retiring, and then Jericho comes out. And this was just so damn good. This is why this is, to me, the best rivalry today in the WWE. And it could be, it probably will be up for the Buford when I get to that at the end of the year, for the rivalry of the year. And then, at the end, when Jericho, with that right hand punch to his wife, I know that had to have been the plan, but after you look at it, it was so swollen. Her lip was so swollen. A couple of people I talked to online was like, dude, was that planned? I didn't think it was, and I don't think it was. That was just fantastic how that went out, and that makes the rivalry even better. So then, Mark Henry and Matt Hardy, ECW title. And this match was the worst match of the night. And it's not because of the two guys. Those two guys can put on a good match if, one of them leads, mainly Matt Hardy. But the way it just ended, it was like 45 seconds long. Tony Atlas interferes, referee calls for the bell. Waste of time. So after that, the World Heavyweight title on the line, CM Punk against JBL. And, this fantastic run by CM Punk continues, him beating JBL. And I got to admit, I'm not the biggest JBL fan, but I think this might have been JBL's best match since he's come back to the WWE. And CM Punk, I think, has now legitimately proven that he is a champion. He can be champion on more than one occasion. I was a little bit worried about that, but I think we can put that to rest now. CM Punk could be champion for as long as I think the WWE will let him to. So after that, Triple H against Great Khali. What else can you say about that? Triple H gives him pedigree. 1, 2, 3 gets the win. But, Great Khali, he didn't look like crap in that match. He did not look like crap. I mean, the match was slow, but he didn't look like crap. Then John Cena against Batista. And I don't know. I guess I was expecting... I don't know. I guess I was expecting something big to come out of it. But I loved the final 5 minutes of that match. I thought the final 5 minutes were very good, very well done, and Batista got the win clean. And if they do it again, it proved that the fans made that match. The fans absolutely made that match. It was, I wouldn't mind if they do this again at WrestleMania. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest Cena fan. I'm not the biggest Batista fan, but I think if they do it again, like I said, maybe at WrestleMania, you could have very huge buy ratings there. And then Hell in a Cell, what a fantastic match I thought. It's not the best Hell in a Cell match ever, but I put it up there in the top 5 Hell in a Cell matches ever. It was just so well done. Edge once again proving why he is one of the best wrestlers in the world today. It was just a fantastic match. I think the story was told to perfection. It was just very well done by both men. And Edge does deserve time off. He's done a lot for the company in the last 8 months to a year. So on that note, Unforgiven is our next pay-per-view, Sunday, September the 7th, live on pay-per-view. Of course, if you don't have pay-per-view capabilities, you can watch it on WWE.com. Now, one match has been announced for this event, and it will be for the World Heavyweight title in a championship scramble match. It's going to feature CM Punk, John Cena, Batista, Kane, and JBL. Now, this one, okay, the rules are just completely weird. It's totally messed up. So I guess what happens is 2 guys are going to start, a champion and then one of the challengers, and then every 5 minutes, somebody's going to come in until all 5 are in. Basically, at the end of the 20 minutes, the last guy who has the belt is champion. That's the best I can describe it as. So, on that note, real quick, for SummerSlam, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I recommend it for Hell in a Cell. Definitely for Hell in a Cell. Recommend it for, Jericho and Michaels again. And possibly for CM Punk and JBL. TNA and Ring of Honor,